decided to shop around and look at other churches. And after about a month, we finally said, you know, we need to go back to Westside and just check them out again. And so that first Sunday we came back, there's a big ruckus in the back of the church, and people were recognizing us again from several years before, and just felt like we were back home.
Took me to Westside, where I heard God speak to me through Pastor Tracy's Shape sermon, confirmed that I was here to give back to the church through my professional skills and experiences. I was here to show gratitude for God for saving my life. I have grown stronger in my faith as my eyes have become open to His will. I am living the path that He has designed for me, and through my hands, heart, and mind, others are blessed with His grace and love. And for that, I am grateful. Becoming a member of Westside has been a crucial piece in my journey towards that God-centered life.
Example of the Alpha House, which is a place for people to come and live here in the Ann Arbor community. This is a place where people have lost their homes and are trying to find a way as families to get back on their feet. We were there just a couple of weeks ago, and in the midst of that we had an hour to spend with the children for children's activities. But God's presence was there, and it's always there in Alpha House. It greets us with other volunteers from Westside, greets us from the residents who were in Alpha House at that time.
My name is Laura Weber Davis, and I have been a member of Westside United Methodist my whole life. So I grew up in church, and it kind of gave me the building blocks for who I am as a Christian.
Kind of funny to have people say that cancer is a blessing, but the thing I found out with the cancer wasn't a blessing. It's just bad luck, you get it. But the people I've met along the way and the things that have happened since then, coming back to church here, to find out people that I did not even know are praying for me. And so when I come back, or started coming after I was ill, the people are all asking me, how are you doing? You know, are you okay? Is it getting better? And I don't even know who they are, but they sincerely care. And that's what I'd never had, a church family like that. That's the thing I think that's been a blessing for me, is the people I've met.
It takes courage to change, but with assistance from God and our acceptance of Him in our lives, we can praise Him and be devoted to Him with all our heart, our soul, and our mind.
At the end of 8th grade, I started questioning my religion and challenging what the thoughts in my head were. And so I studied Christian mysticism and Buddhism, and I looked around trying to find this deep connection and this root that would bring me closer to God. And at that time, we went to Spring Hill, and Spring Hill was just amazing. It's a great youth trip that we go on. And there I just felt this love for God, and I proudly pronounced that when I got back to school. I would wear shirts saying, I love Jesus, or God Jesus.
When my wife Jan and I first started coming to Westside, we were looking for a new church home. We'd had some bad experiences at some other churches, and we were going through some rough times in our life because my mother had just died a few months before that. And Jan's mother, Nelda Keller, was gravely ill, and in fact, as it turned out, only had a couple more months to live. But when we came to Westside, we were made to feel really welcome and really at home. What it means to live with Christian compassion and love, that's an example that just stays with us forever. It changed our lives, and it certainly is something that we will always be grateful for.
Westside, the programs and the people have been an integral part of my faith development over the past 30 years.
Last year my choir traveled to Rome with my school, and it was really cool. We got to see the Vatican and a whole bunch of really old art and the buildings, and we got to sing in the Pantheon, which was really cool. It was built before Jesus was born, and the whole perspective of seeing all of the art and the history, and really put the Bible into a historical context. And all the stories that I learned at church, it really put that into perspective. And
God has touched me at Westside here, most recently with the garage roofing project. I'm so thankful for all the volunteers that have come out and helped, and the men that came out and helped. The thanks doesn't go to just you. The women that gave up their husbands for the day, and the children who gave up their fathers for this. I was on the ground working and watching everybody work so hard. I just was completely blessed by their efforts.
I asked Tracy one Sunday to ask the congregation to pray for me, but please don't name me. And she did. And they did. And the following Sunday, for some reason or another, I got up. I said, I'm that person. It explained briefly what was happening, asked for prayers. Well, you know, I got so many verbal words of encouragement from people in the church who really didn't know me. I experienced what I can only say was God's real, tangible presence. Physical, tangible. Nothing I could see or touch or feel, but real.
They're very excited about the campaign coming up to build that foundation, to build an even bigger future for what we already enjoy right now.
Westside is our blessing, and it's our foundation of projecting us forward and our kids forward to be what we need to be.